Hello guys, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. In this video, we'll spend some time discussing Xrp. We'll discuss Rippl, the World Economic Forum, and current events. Let's check it out. The key to an open, interoperable metaverse is a person's digital identity. According to a report published last month by the globalists at the World Economic Forum and Accenture, interoperability in the metaverse, digital identity is shaping up to be your passport to the coming metaverse. Having children register for a digital ID in order to enter the metaverse is a bad idea, in my opinion. And I know there's a sinister purpose here. More importantly, everyone knows that having a digital ID will lead to a social credit score in the not-too-distant future. We all know that Accenture is Ripple's partner because of how often it is mentioned. I also think there is a strong connection between Rippl and the discussions at the World Economic Forum. Because I believe we are investing in what the elites are looking at and what they are going to use in the future, the fact that Brad sits on the board there will not cause me to sell my Xrp. In this window of opportunity, we must maximize our financial gain. I keep repeating it because it's so true. They're going to price us out of so many things in the future. That's why having some cash on hand is crucial. Watch out, in the laboratory. Canada is kicking off its digital identity program today. The average American will look at that and think, well, that's Canada. In the United States, that would never occur. Okay, so this is the year that we finally get government-issued identification in the United States. The product is being marketed as a driver's license upgrade. Real identification is required to enter any federal building. You need a legit photo ID if you want to go anywhere. So you've taken the first step towards establishing your digital persona. We're dedicated to better serving Canadians in the digital age, and there's no better time than now to get to work on making it easier for Canadians to interact with the government. Doing so calls for cutting-edge, interoperable infrastructure and a relentless dedication to improving the lives of ordinary people. We've come a long way, but there's still room for development. As a result of the pandemic, the Canadian government swiftly implemented several novel initiatives to aid the country's citizens. Nonetheless, we have also seen areas where we can do more to provide safe, dependable, and user-friendly digital services. Notice how they frame this as an absolute requirement if you wish to retain access to these features. Get your digital ID if you're interested in contributing to the system's improvement. That's for the naive, for the ones who are still asleep at the wheel. The inevitable consequences are clear to us. When a new study reveals that harmful eggs can actually cure COVID, the World Economic Forum and the Social Credit Score have both vowed to outlaw them. You can't make this stuff up anymore. For some reason, the world's elite thinks that egg consumption should be prohibited because it poses a greater health risk than crack or heroin. Is that why they try to discourage you from eating eggs? It's too bad you can't afford any eggs at this point. Until you can afford them, the price will keep going up. In the future, they will do that with a great deal of things. Put your faith in the future. The annual meeting of the World Economic Forum. For the sake of the planet, you should give up your car. Everyone who owns a vehicle for personal use is almost criminally responsible, according to the World Economic Forum and others. Some countries abroad, such as Switzerland, Ireland, and others, have already enacted legislation making it illegal to operate a motor vehicle going forward. This will eventually make its way to the United States. In some states, electric vehicles are currently being promoted. They advocate for the prohibition of gasoline-powered automobiles. But again, things will heat up in the United States as well, since our government is actively plotting against the people. On Friday, the Biden administration proposed new, more stringent energy standards for appliances like refrigerators, freezers, and washing machines. Cost-effective emission reduction regulations for the general public. What I'm about to say may surprise you. We won't be able to save any money doing this. However, the Energy Department acknowledged that appliance manufacturers would have to invest roughly $2 billion over the next 3 years to update product design and manufacturing lines in order to comply with the new standards. The department determined that the compliance costs would result in a 15%-30% decrease in industry value in the most likely of 5 economic scenarios. It's expected that the additional $2 billion will be included in the cost of home appliances. All home appliances will likely increase in price as a result. In this day and age, personal privacy is paramount. Therefore, let's have a conversation about it. For more on the technical, legal, and regulatory considerations necessary to meet the appropriate functional requirements for privacy in a potential US CBDC, see our full press release. Now, I've heard politicians discuss this very issue. I've witnessed individuals prioritizing legislation over a CBDC. A major issue is that technological advancements are outpacing the responses of our government. Any legislation that is passed regarding privacy with regards to the CBD. The implementation of that law will take much more time than the introduction of a CBDC. Therefore, they don't even need a vote to roll out a CBDC, as they know they're going to do it anyway, and this is why they always have that in that executive order that Biden signed in an emergency situation. People in Nigeria are vandalizing a TMS because their daily withdrawal is capped at $44. This restriction on withdrawal amounts was also visible to us in the United Kingdom. Why? They are trying to scare you away from money for a specific reason. They're slowly but surely pushing for a cashless society. In the end, it comes down to this. Here we have the digital wallet, the banks, the public, the businesses, the digital ID, the social credit score, the numerical social rating, the personal and criminal background, the debt, the income, the social media content, the digital ID, the banking, the vaccinations, the health certifications. Further, it's possible that being vaxxed is a prerequisite for entering the metaverse. You will eventually be locked out of even more features. No matter what I try, I just can't seem to get it. Being a slave to the system is at the heart of this issue after all. Once again, from the World Economic Forum's white paper on digital ID, read on for the next bit of information. Observe how it says integral to the bodies. We're at the point of agreement right now. Next generation data, intermediaries in bodily devices and smart cities, etc. will shift control to users in the near future. What's the big deal about putting this in you anyway? That's something I regularly reflect on. It's not clear why it must be located within the human body. And then I thought, maybe if they implant this chip in you, they can control that chip. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that you're openly protesting their plans. They can now simply enter your information into a computer, press a button, and the chip will disintegrate in your body's circulatory system. The above is merely my personal speculation. They want you to have it so badly that it makes sense. I haven't figured it out yet. People have speculated that the answer could be found on a playing card or perhaps a ring. Not at all, on the contrary, they are extremely eager to find it within you. For some reason, Gates and his gang at the World Economic Forum have taken over the CDC. You shouldn't entrust your children's care to places like these. Academic studies never seem to finish on time. Is there a particular reason for Gates's financial support of the WHO? Gabby, this is the Vaccine Alliance. Medical institutions at Johns Hopkins, Imperial College in London, and the Centre for Disease Control and Prevention's Media Relations Unit. You pick up on the fact that he's attempting to dominate the story. Those who rule the scientific front also rule the fear they sow. That guy wants to wipe out humanity again, by the way. So who? Tedros warns that we should get ready for an H5N1 pandemic among humans. The terrorist hasn't stopped spreading his or her message. The World Health Organization is a marketing group for pharmaceutical corporations. As much as is necessary, and no more. Grizzly virus transmission from birds. The World Health Organization warns that we should not assume that the current low risk to humans will continue. I think what's happening is that people are gradually becoming less concerned about the spread of COVID. They're all COVID, they say. Most people understood. They're past it at this point, and it no longer affects them as deeply as it once did. A new storyline is required at this point. Avian influenza. They will most likely also offer a vaccine for this. According to the World Economic Forum, proof of stake is the only way to put an end to Bitcoin. To put it simply, the World Economic Forum is in charge of everything. Basically, the Biden administration is in the hands of the World Economic Forum. Proof of stake will soon be outlawed. I've been saying this from the beginning. One day, Bitcoin will be extinguished. It saddens me to think of the new investors who are just getting their feet wet in the crypto space and who suddenly fall for that whole agenda that maxers are pushing. Invest in Bitcoin now to secure your independence in the future anarchist society. Don't put any money into those ISO coins, just so you know. Still, at some point they will eliminate Bitcoin. Everyone keeps quiet about it. I agree with Christine Lagarde that it will become obsolete in the near future. Provide a rundown of the associated crypto with ISO and the WEF. Exactly which one are you holding? Rippl is inside. The quantum multiplication by the direct current coins like Stellar, IOTA HBAR, Cardano Algorand, and many more. These digital currencies represent the wave of the future. These are the cryptos I put my money into because I believe they are the ones that will eventually make us wealthy. And that's crucial, especially if and when carbon credits become prohibitively expensive. However, Bitcoin is conspicuously absent. In all likelihood, they will make a price offer to homeowners and then lease out the entire World Economic Forum area. If you have nothing, you can enjoy life more fully. You will be laid off. For a guaranteed income, you'll have to rely on the government. Your carbon footprint penalty will be 100% of your fine. And that's why, in the future, I predict they'll mandate that you spend a lot of money on equipment and home improvements to reduce your carbon footprint. The alternative is that they will raise the prices until you can't afford to stay there, at which point your home will be rented out to the World Economic Forum, BlackRock, or whoever else wants to invest in real estate. The amount of carbon dioxide released by your home is excessive. If you want to reduce your carbon output, you'll need this expensive equipment, which will cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Not pro-immigration, but rather anti-invasion. Unfortunately, our immigration laws aren't being enforced. In order to help the new world order of the World Economic Forum take over the world, the United States did not vote for them. To the detriment of their constituents, politicians in the United States of America either ignore or break the law. I have no problem with immigration either. Enter the country and begin the process of becoming a citizen. The vast majority of people, however, are entering the country illegally and smuggling drugs across the southern border. Citizens all over the world are fighting back against the Great Reset immigration and World Economic Forum's immigration plan. Moreover, it was published by the World Economic Forum. Consider it in this way. All that land down there could be purchased and turned into future 15-minute cities if they could just get everyone to leave these third world countries and go to, say, the United States or the United Kingdom. The immigration process also has hidden motives. In any case, I think that's enough for today's video. To everyone who has been tuning in, I appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who has watched my videos. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.